About to have the toss and just about to get going. The two captains are here. Daniel, tails is the call. Tails it is. And tell us a little bit about your name and what you plan to do today. What's your name?
Hi, my name is Shrihan Challa, and I think we're gonna have to. We're gonna bat first. We're gonna bat
Any
first.
particular reason for that?
I mean, outfield is great. Pitch conditions is great. Everything's good. The
And you have a
weather's
good
good.
batting team.
Yes, sir. We have good batting.
Confident you could.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Daniel, if you had won the toss, what would you have done?
I would have bat two, but it is what it is, and we look forward to winning this game.
All right,
Good
all
luck.
the best, guys. Okay, shake hands. Okay. Your name.
My name is Kishore Yara.
And this team, I understand, is coming out of Chicago, but it's Indian. Can you explain that?
No, it's not coming from Chicago, to be honest with you. It's coming from all parts of the US
Okay.
because the kids are from New Jersey, Chicago, Houston, Austin, Wisconsin, Madison.
But born in India.
No, there are these majority of these kids are all, I think all of them are born in USA.
So they would have learned their cricket in the US.
Yes, they all learned in US because parents are all playing cricket and they all watch cricket at home. So that's how they got exposed to it. And a lot of kids, I think, got exposed more towards in the time of COVID, basically.
How good is your team, though?
Team is fantastic, I would say.
It's a
Yeah.
winning team.
It's a winning team. Definitely, they'll win the game.
Okay, well, I can tell you this that you're playing against a winning team as well.
Oh, fantastic! It's a team sport. It's not about game is not about winning and losing. It's not about the batting, bowling, and fielding contest. It's more about the sportsmanship, the team spirit, as well as
Making friends.
leadership and making friends. It's more about winning and losing is always a part of the game. So they will go through all of it.
Final question. Is there a standout bowler or batsman that we should particularly look out for?
I don't want to give any clues
No
to my
clues.
other teams.
Okay, all the best.
Thank you.
All right, thanks.
Going down. Okay. Special good morning to all. We are gathered here at the ETW Park this morning for a small but significant ceremony. Today we have some visitors from the United States, the Warriors Cricket Club, who are touring Nevis and will be engaging our U13 team in a series of matches. Before I proceed any further, I want to acknowledge the presence of our Minister of Sports, the Honorable Troy Liebert, who has graced us with his presence this morning. We're going to go straight into the remarks, and I now call on Kishore Yara to give brief remarks.
Thank you. Sorry, I wrote a lot of names, so I'm just watching my phone too. Good morning, everyone. Today marks a very special for all of us because we have a privilege of participating in a cricket match, and the special honor goes to our President, Mr. Troy Liebert, Ministry of Education and Sports, and Kevin Barrett, Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Education and Sports, as well as Jameer Claxton, Director of Sports, and Khalil Powell, sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong, sorry about that, of Nevis Cricket Association, and last but not least, Stuart Williams, who is the coach. And I also want to thank all the coaches, organizers, and everyone from US Cricket as well, like Sridhar Kambalapalli and Raj Challa are the two main guys who pulled all this together to make this happen. I just want to put a few words about this. This game is more than just batting and bowling as well as fielding. It's more about the sportsmanship, the team spirit, as well as the leadership. The teams who stick together to all these three will definitely win the game for sure. So please make sure you all work together as a team and you all have a chance to win. You are all playing with the competent teams. And I want to share my special thanks to all the parents who came all the way from US, because we came from, kids are all from all over the world, all over the place in US, like Chicago, New Jersey, Houston, Austin, Texas, as well as Wisconsin. So I want to thank all the parents who came all the way from US, Sujan, Gaurav, Kishore, Srivalli, Bharat, Shankar, and Geeta. So let us all come together as a team, display the sportsmanship, show your opponents how a team works together. And I'm sure each one of us will go out of our way to prove ourselves in this match. So go win the game. That's all. Thank you. I'll give it to Sridhar, who is our head coach.
Okay, good morning everyone. I think Kishore covered everything, but I want to say that both the teams play as a team spirit and a good cricket. I think either who wins or lose doesn't matter. And also thanks for all the parents who made all the way from different state and pull all the 11 kids or 12 kids and then we are playing. And also thanks to the Nevis. We are in the back. In the last yesterday, we came to know that one of the keeper missed it, but they provided one keeper. I don't know his name. He's sitting here. He's an opening batsman and a keeper. Thank you. So, yep.
Hi, my name is Raj, and we already running cricket almost like more than 2 decades in US and in India also, and we have a couple of organizations in Houston, and I myself opened one new non-profit organization to promote cricket, and only for the youth for now. So our plan and goal is to have kids play cricket all the time throughout the year, because the weather permits a lot for us, and the same for you guys also. So going forward, what I suggest is, if your kids are ready to come overseas, right, they're already welcome, they can come at any time. And only thing we need to look at the break, spring break or like the Christmas break, and they can come there and they can come and play all the time. Only thing is, we can provide whatever facilities you have provided, we can provide that too. I just want kids to get encouraged and play good cricket and good sportsmanship. That's what I look into. So, thank you.
Okay, I want to thank the members of our visiting delegation for those words. I will now call on the president of the Nevis Cricket Association, Mr. Carlisle Powell, to give his remarks.
Thank you very much, Director of Sports. And to start, let me say we have an excellent working relationship with the Ministry of Sport, the Director of Sport. We coordinate on a lot of stuff, and that makes it easy. I've been coaching cricket. Zoral, my friend from Antigua, just reminded me that I've been coaching cricket for more than 40 years. Some of you guys see I coach your fathers in cricket. So you see how far back that goes. And it gives a special thrill always and every time at the start of a new competition. I want the Nevis team and the team from America at the end of this tournament to have friends, because that is something that endures. Make sure that you establish friendships, that you exchange numbers, you stay in touch, because we would be looking to tour America as well. It depends on you. You have to make sure that you play the game hard, but play the game fair. Play fairly. Because if I see anybody on the field doing anything that is unfair, when you come off the field, when we have the meeting, you have to answer to me. We always play the game fairly, have good friendships, play the game, have fun, and look to develop yourselves. I want to thank our visitors. From the moment Stuart told me about it, I bought in. I was in right away. So eventually he said, listen, it is time now for me to turn you over to the contact, the main contact. And so he's not here, he's in Trinidad. But every time Stuart has left to go abroad, Veli Maynard, Wendell Wallace, Skidder, myself, we have always filled in. So I want you to follow what is happening in Trinidad, of course. But I want you to understand that Stuart will be following what is happening here. So he is going to be asking me for the score sheet. He's going to be asking me questions beyond the score sheet. How did the guys do? Do I see any improvements? And so we want to answer positively to all of those questions. Again, above everything else, have fun in playing the game. We have 4 games in 4 days. We're going to be changing up our team often because it's a lot of games, and there are 40 over games. So if you're not in the first 11, don't worry. We have more games to come. Good luck to everybody, guys. Play tough. but play smart cricket as well. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. President. And I want to emphasize that we do have a good relationship. The Ministry and Department of Sports is very committed to the development of cricket here in Nevis. And so, in any way we can, we continue to assist accordingly. Yesterday, Mr. Barrett and I, the Permanent Secretary, journeyed over to St. Kitts to greet our visitors on behalf of our Honorable Minister. But now he's here today to give his own warm Nevis welcome. I call on the Minister of Sport, the Honorable Troy Liebert, to give his remarks.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning to our visiting cricketers and our Nevision cricketers. I'm very happy to be here this morning with all of you. I want to welcome the delegation from all over the United States. I'm happy that you're here in Nevis this morning to enjoy some of our sunny, warm weather. You know, it's always good to be in the Caribbean. We're in March, so it's still a little bit cold in parts of the United States. So we enjoy warm weather all year round, and I'm happy that you could all be here to partake in our warm weather, and even more importantly than that, to play some cricket with all of these youngsters. I'm very, very happy. I was delighted when Mr. Stuart Williams approached me sometime in early January, and he told me that a team wanted to come in from the United States to engage some of our under 15 and under 13 cricketers in some good, wholesome cricket, which would be for the benefit of all of the cricketers. I immediately told him, you know, whatever you need from the ministry, you will have. I got in contact with P.S. Barrett, and we have facilitated in every way that we could from since then. So I'm hopeful that your stay in Nevis would be enjoyable. I'm hopeful that all of our cricketers would make friends, and as Mr. Powell said earlier, exchange numbers, and you know, you can start lifelong friendships right here on the cricket pitch. I'm hopeful that some of these lifelong friendships that you start, that sometime in the future we would have some international cricketers coming out of these teams, out of both of these teams. I know that cricket is now something that's big in the United States. Cricket has been big for us here in Nevis for many, many years. As a matter of fact, just a few days ago, our Cricket Association held a dinner in honor of Mr. ET Willet, who was the first person from the Leeward Islands to make it into the West Indies cricket team. And he did that some 50 years ago. Am I correct? Yes, 50 years ago, at the age of 19. I remember as a youngster going to school, they always taught you that ET Willet was the youngest person at that time to make the West Indies team, and he made it at age 19. So you cricketers, you're not so far from age 19, so you have to start looking at yourselves as top-level cricketers. And the way that you get to being top-level cricketers is through, first of all, being willing to listen and to learn. So you listen to your coaches, and you listen to persons who are coming to give you pointers, and you learn from them. And then be willing to train and train hard. And if you have persons around you who, when you're training, they're not taking the training seriously, well, you tell them to take the training seriously. And if you realize that they're not taking it seriously, then you focus on what you're doing. And hopefully, in the not too distant future, we will see a few of you playing world-class international cricket. And that would make people like me very, very happy. So I want to welcome our visiting team, and I want to wish all of our cricketers a great 4 matches. Hopefully I'll get to take in some of the cricket in action. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Honorable Minister. As we come to the conclusion of this brief ceremony, the Minister would have spoke about ET Willet, But I also want to say that one of the umpires in today's game, Mr. Derek Parry, is a former West Indies all-rounder. So, we have persons who would have played at the highest level giving back to the sport here in Nevis. So I wanted to just give Mr. Parry a round of applause. Yeah, and Mr. Carl Tuckett, another former West Indies cricketer, will be umpiring tomorrow. So there's a lot of inspiration going to be present at these games. At this point in time, I know we're here to play cricket, so I bring these proceedings to a close. Thank you, everybody.
So we're going to get some of the action now, on the field action after the ceremony. It's the Indian Warriors visiting team coming up against the under 13 Nevis team. And guess what? Light brown has gotten Indian status today, honorary Indian status. I think the explanation is that the Indian team, somebody got ill or something, the wicketkeeper, and so they have been given a wicketkeeper batsman today in light brown, and he's opening the innings. So he'll be opening the innings against his good friend and buddy. They went to the Ivy Walter School together, Amari Jones, and this should be interesting to see how these friends come up against each other. So we are having light brown, and we're not too sure the other opener, but I can tell that there are a couple of females in this team as well. So it will be very interesting to see how the females handle the pace of the Nevis under 13s. So it's going to be Jones. As we start this game, umpire Eustace Johnson signals plays the first ball of a very important game. Here he goes. Jones bowls, and that one is left alone outside the off stump, through the hands to the gloves of the keeper, Bolo, who chases after it, and they didn't try to get the extra run. Left alone. So it's going to be Jones once more, and he'll be bowling to light brown. No, not light brown, but the other Indian opener moves in now to bowl. That's a bouncer, getting some good pace off this pitch. He got out of the way quickly. So right away, Amari Jones saying welcome to Nevis. So we understand that these youngsters, they were born in the USA, but their parents are actually Indians, and so they grew up in the USA but playing cricket. The love of their life, of course, cricket. And I understand they're a very good team. There he goes, that's left alone again. Picking up the line easily there and just leaving it. So the batsman apparently well organized, knowing where his off stump is. So Jones getting some good purchase from this pitch so far. Prepares now to bowl. Here he goes, moves in now to bowl. Full toss, and there's Bolo not stopping that one. It goes through him, and it's going to be one by, I believe. So one by, and that starts the innings for the Indian team. So this should be of particular interest. It's Amari Jones bowling to his childhood buddy and friend from the Ivy Walters Primary School, Light Brown, who is Indian today. Here he goes, bowls light brown, leaving that one alone. The difference this time around, though, there was no foot movement at all from Brown. He was just there flat-footed, but he knew where the ball was and just watched it through. Would have been nice to see him cover his off stump, though. So here he goes once more. Jones races in now to bowl to Brown. Brown is edging at that. That's a loose-looking shot. He was moving away. It was wide of the off stump, but he was just hanging his bat out to dry, really. And I'm sure his Indian counterpart would be telling him, Light Brown, we don't do that in India. Well, not in the US. And so that's the end of that over. 1 for no loss. So young Daniel is starting. So it's Treon Daniel who is the bowler. The captain, of course, is his brother, Ron Dre, I think. But here goes. Daniel moves in now to bowl. He's beaten outside the off stump. Again, the keeper not holding that one well. So we could keep a bowler struggling somewhat here. They didn't sneak through for another bye. But Daniel has started well, bowling in some good areas. Batsman settles once more. Daniel moves in now to bowls. Good delivery, solidly forward. Again, good areas. So he has started very well indeed. So bowling from the historic Barterton end. Treon Daniel moves in now to bowl. That's a poor delivery. That's wide, but well knocked down there. That was brilliantly stopped. And they were thinking about the single, but I think that was, I'm not sure, but diving across to stop it. Maybe should have gotten the single on the rebound from the fielder, but I think the batter was just looking at the ball watching. Light Brown was about halfway down the pitch and decided against it in the end. Maybe wisely so too. They normally say never run on a misfield. It wasn't quite a misfield. It was a fantastic stop, really. Moves in out to bowl, and this time another wideish delivery. Again, he's cutting at it. This time doesn't time it and can't score. That looks like young Sadler, I think, who made that fantastic save. I think he would have gone for 4. He was well struck too. So we understand that there's this match today, then there's a match tomorrow, then there's a match on Saturday and one on Sunday. 4 days of cricket. He's swinging that one away. That's a lovely shot by Light Brown, but well stopped by the man at square leg. That was well stopped. And it was well pulled on that occasion as he dug it short. Amari Jones getting aggressive here. And obviously he would have read the quote, no friendship in trading, because these two guys are good buddies. Why would you want to bounce your buddy? But I guess that's after the game we can talk about this. Here goes once more. Races in now. To bowl to Brown. Pulls up. Misses his run. Here goes once more. Jones races in now to bowl. This time he's guiding it. I think that was a deliberate shot more than an edge. Down to third man and he's on the way. Off the mark is Light Brown. So here goes once more. Jones races in now to bowl to. Well, that's a poor shot. And again, the wicketkeeper bowler seems as if his gloves have lard in them or something. He's not holding too many. And again, that was a poor shot. He was just hanging out his bat there, that one. And the captain maybe should just put a slip in place if Light Brown is going to continue playing like that. He goes once more. Jones races in now to bowl. This time he is half playing, half pulling out of the way as he dug it short and he was easing back. His body frame was easing back. His bat was kind of half going towards the ball, but eventually he got it out of the way. Jones once more. Races in now to bowl. Yorker like delivery. I think that Bolo took it maybe after the fact. I'm not sure. Did it pop out of his glove and then he got it back in? I'm not sure, but the umpire is not impressed. But again, it was a careless looking shot there by Light Brown. Amari Jones asking questions here. So Jones asking some serious questions of his former schoolmate as he moves in now to bowl. This time he's leaving it alone, and that time looking more assured as he watches it through. That ends the over. Treon Daniel continues from the batter to then bowls. That's a good delivery. Again, well lined. Pushes it quietly, carefully into the onside. Can't score. So I think Light Brown getting his first strike of from Daniel. And so having a close look at that first delivery. So it's going to be Daniel once more. Moving in now to bowl to short. He's punching it into the outside. Firmly down to the man at mid-off, who stops it effectively in the end and can't score. So he goes once more. Daniel bowls short and he's hitting that one hard and well stopped by the captain because that was traveling. And he almost decapitated the other batsman, the non-striker, because he hit that hard. He was in the air for a bit, and the non-striker had to get out of the way. But Daniel was sliding out there and stopping it nicely. Good bit of work on that occasion. Here he goes once more. Moves in now. Good deliveries. Driving, reaching for that, and misfielded badly. And again, they're not looking for the single. And so backed up in the offside. No runs. So the Indian coach asking the non-striker to have a word with Light Brown, maybe asking about those singles. He's flicking that one away. That's a lovely shot by Brown. That's going to travel across the boundary. That's a lovely shot. A little bit of wrist into that as he just flicked it sweetly through square leg for 4. So it's a 40 over encounter. Quite a lot overs. You don't have to be reckless. He's beaten outside the off-stump through the keeper. It might run into the boundary. The man is hustling across. It stops just inside. Good work in the end. And so they will get another bye. Or they did get a bit of bat on it. There was no signal maybe. And one more to the total. Jones, it is, from the pavilion end now. Moving in now to bowl to Brown. Brown is beaten outside the off-stump. And well taken this time by Bolo. Comprehensively beaten. Because he definitely pushed at that. It was starting just about off stump and moving further away, making good height as well. I think the umpire is saying maybe that they need to speed up the game. Ball being passed around in the offside. Too many hands, maybe, says umpire Johnson. Let's get on with the game. So it's going to be Jones once more, certainly working up a fair bit of pace as he moves in now to bowl to Brown. This time he's just pushing with soft hands. Thought about the single. Jones is quick to pick it up. Can't score. So it's going to be Jones. Amari races in now to bowl. He's cutting this one, but banging it to the offside. As he dropped it short, that's a contemptuous shot, really. He just hit that hard, and they don't even look at each other, the two buddies. Jones would not be very happy with that. But he certainly dug it short, and he just stood on that back foot and slapped it over extra cover for 4. That was a belligerent shot, really. Hit hard, traveled quickly over the outfield 4. So, Jones to bowl to the honorary Indian, Light Brown. He moves in now to bowl short, and this time he's just with soft hands, jabbing it into the offside. Thought about the single, but it's not on. So it's going to be Jones once more. He races in now to bowl to Brown. Moves in now to bowl. This time Brown is hitting it firmly into the offside. Well stopped by Daniel. So it's going to be Jones once more, and he's bowling from the pavilion end. And he'll be bowling to Light Brown. Here he goes, races in now to bowl to Brown. Bowls, and this time he's just jabbing it into the offside. They're off and running. There's a little bit of a mix-up, and maybe they need to talk to each other because, yeah, see, the coach is saying talk to him again. That's the second time I'm hearing that. So Shiv it is who has gone down, and it's not Shiv Chandapal, but Shiv means that he could bat because all Shivs could bat, I believe. And right away we see the water cart men on the field, and right away getting some refreshment, some water. So it's going to be Daniel resumes from the pavilion end. Yorker length delivery, undriven up to short mid wicket, can't score. So Shiv will settle once more, as it's going to be Daniel moving in now to bowl to short. He's pulling that one away. That's a lovely shot. That's gone for 4. Jumping it short, and Shiv rocked back and pulled it over mid wicket for 4. Daniel. Fast bowlers don't like to be treated like that. Misses his run. So it's going to be Daniel once more from the far end. Races in now to bowl, stroking that one. Bend of the knee. Stroking it into the offside, can't score. And so Light Brown now having a word with the batsman Shiv. Maybe they're talking about the running between the creases because that seems a little lacking right now. But here he goes, Daniel races in now to bowl. Good delivery, pushes it, and because of what they just talked about, you could see he was anxious to get out of the blocks. This time around, Light Brown is saying that one looks dangerous, so he didn't move. So Shiv will settle once more. Here goes Daniel, moves in now to bowl. Good delivery, well bowled on that occasion, well lined. Batsman comes quietly forward. So Jaron Daniel from the far end moves in now to bowl. Short again, he's bashing that one to the offside. That's a lovely shot. The ball is racing down the hill, but he's not going to get to the boundary. They should be thinking free here. And a good strong return though, and they only get 2, but again dropping that one short, and he was stroking it sweetly to the offside, Shiv, and getting 2 in the process. That's a short delivery down the leg side, signaled wide by the umpire. Essayed a hook at it but missed out. That should have been put away really. So it's going to be Jones once more, and he's bowling from the pavilion end. Races in now to bowl to Brown. Brown is having a switch at that. Again, it was outside the leg stump. He knew if he just got a bit of bat on it, it would have been running away. Missed out. Wide signal by the umpire. Jones losing the script now. So, here goes Jones. Races in now to bowl to Brown. Brown is sitting this one uppishly into the onside. The man comes across, shadows it and allows it to go to mid-on, but that was hit a bit uppishly on that occasion. It was in there for a bit, but no harm done in the end. So it's going to be Jones once more from the pavilion end. Races in now to bowl to Brown. Here he goes. Brown is flicking at that. He wasn't in control. There was some uncertainty in that shot. He was playing right across it, really. Fortunately got a bit of an inner edge and it went down to square leg, can't score. So a little bit more foot movement into the shot would be good. Seems to be pretty well coordinated, but just needs to get those feet moving as he moves in now to bowl. This time he's up to his full height and gets a bit of a snorter, keeps it well down in front of him. So Jones once more. Races in now to bowl to Brown. Brown is turning this one away. The man at square leg has a long run to do. He's going downhill. They should get 2 very easily. And so good strong return. Can't prevent 2. So 2 more to the total. So Jones looks a little frustrated somewhat. Trying to get a breakthrough for his team as he races in now to bowl to Brown. Bowls and Brown is solidly forward. Again, the foot movement just a little lacking because his 2 feet were planted, but he was coming forward, bat reaching forward, and that ends the over. So we understand that the score is 21 for no loss, and I think this might be over number 6. So a pretty neat start here for the Warriors team. Gets one, he flicks it nicely into the onside, can't score. So Shiv settles, moves in once more to bowl. He's swinging that one, playing right across it, and a little bend of the knee, and it's gone for 4. It was a deliberate shot, a little dangerous though, because he was bending the knee and literally sweeping it from off middle stump, but he did it well. Obviously he knows what he's about, and gone for 4. So here goes once more. Daniel moves in now to bowl. He's swinging that one over mid-wicket. That's another boundary. Deliberate shot by Shiv. Just dropping it short on that occasion, young Daniel. And he just tugged it over mid-wicket for 4. Fast bowlers don't like to be treated like that. Can he respond with a bouncer here, young Daniel? Does he have that kind of pace to worry Shiv? Or it just depends on swing? Here he goes. Let's see what his response would be. Moves in now. Goes fuller. Drives it nicely and straight down the pitch and hits the stumps. I think Light Brown would have been out of his crease. Had he touched the bowler, he would have been in problems. But that's no problem because it didn't touch the bowler at all. It just went straight into the stumps. So here goes once more. Umpire Oscar Brown does the repairs to the stumps. And it's going to be Treon Daniel who will move in once more from the historic Bath Hotel end. And we'll be bowling now to Shiv. Here he goes. Balls to Shiv. Shiv is cutting at that. That's a loose looking shot. It was a poor delivery, but he was chasing after a wide signal now by Oscar Brown. He was chasing after it, missed it, taken by the keeper, and could have just given his wicket away there. So here goes once more. Daniel moves in now to bowl. That's a good delivery, solidly in line. He just plays it back up the strip to the bowler. Well bowled on that occasion. So Daniel races in once more to bowl to Shiv. He's reaching out at that and drives it nicely, but the man at extra cover stops it and can't score. Well stopped. That ends the over. So spin has been introduced into the attack. I think he bowls wrist spin, right arm, leg breaks. So it's going to be Daniel, the captain, into the attack. Moves in now to bowl, loops it. He's solidly, quietly forward and calls for the single. Good call that. And they're off immediately for the single. So one more to the total.
You guys are recording?
Here he goes now, bowls solidly, quietly forward, can't score. Okay. Light Brown swinging into that. It's going to go pretty close to the boundary. The man is chasing after it. They should get at least two here. Well, that's not Light Brown. That's Shiv swinging into that and getting two more. So here goes now. Daniel bowls and he's stroking this one into the offside. Can't score. So Daniel not afraid to loop, and that was well looped. The batsman was quietly on the front foot. Here goes once more. Moves in more, bowls again quietly forward as he loops that one. The batsman comes solidly forward. So here's Daniel once more. Number 5 on his back. Moves in once more to bowl. Solidly, quietly forward. Pushes it into the offside. That ends the over. So it's going to be Demari moving in now to bowl. Oh, that's a no ball. Definitely a no ball for height. Beamer obviously got out of his hand, swung away by Light Brown. Oh, that was, I guess that was, apparently they didn't run any runs and it's going to be a free hit. Or did they collect 2? I'm not even certain. I followed the ball and Light Brown is still in strike. But here goes once more. Moves in now to bowl. That's a better delivery. Swings at that because it was a free hit. So he had a heave at it. Goes down to the man at third man. There's a slight bubble, but Jones gets it back in. And only a single. So Shiv settles. Moves in now to bowl. Cut and a miss outside the off stump. So it's going to be Demari moving in now to bowl. Swung away. He loves that shot, Shiv. He's struggling to get there. Don't think he will. It goes into the boundary for 4. He has this shot, Shiv, where he literally bends the knee and sweeps against the medium pace. It's something he would have practiced, obviously, and he's playing it well. And so it's obvious that even if you put an Indian in the USA, he still can play cricket. It seems as if he knows what he's about. As here he goes once more. Moves in now Demari to bowl full toss. He's driving nicely into the offside. Can't score though. Easily stopped. So Demari once more. Moving in now to bowl to Shiv. Here he goes, bowl to Shiv. That shot again. Pulling it out of his repertoire. Trying that sweep. And white signal by the umpire. So it's going to be Shiv once more taking strike from Demari. Here he goes. Demari hasn't settled as yet, and that's so obvious here. As the ball gets out of his hand, out of his grasp now, and he falls over. So a little nervy start here for Demari. So this partnership posing a bit of a headache here for the Nevis lads. Two umpires having a quick chat. I'm not sure what the issues are. But the sun is out in its glory, really. Today is bright and sunny, hot, really. And I know that these guys will be drinking a lot of water. So it's another free hit, actually, signaled by the umpire. So let's see how Shiv handles his free hit delivery. Moves in now to bowl. He's punching this one down towards mid-on. Gets in the way, does Daniel. Puts the leg in the way and stops it. So Demari certainly has not settled. Has not been a good start this over. So he'll move in now to bowl. In he goes, bowls to Shiv. Shiv swinging it away. That's a lovely shot. One bounce into the boundary for 4. He's certainly scoring in boundaries now, Shiv. And that was a very poor over by Demari. That ends the over. Now it's going to be the captain, Daniel. Randre moves in now to bowl. Well bowled, well driven too by Light Brown. Positively, just stroking it nicely up to mid-on. Well, actually more long on in Amari Jones, and gets a single. He goes now. Daniel moves in now to bowl. He's just dabbing it, steering it down to short third. Can't score. Deliberate shot, waiting on it to land, and then playing it with its spin, just guiding it away. Can't score. I wouldn't be surprised if I see Shiv pull out the reverse sweep. He seems pretty creative. I wouldn't be surprised at all. So here's Daniel once more from the pavilion and moves in now to bowl. Loops it, he's stroking it. Nice positive stride into the shot. And you would have watched Virat Kohli, and you would have watched Tendulkar, and you would have watched all the greats coming out of India, and you know why these guys can play cricket like that. From very tender ages they're playing cricket. Gets a full toss, swings it away. Jones has a chase. I don't think he's only going to retrieve. Another boundary to Shiv. And for the moment, Light Brown is a mere spectator. Shiv is scoring in boundaries and scoring quickly. Started a bit slowly, but now his eye is in, and he's certainly pacing the gaps. As he goes once more. Daniel moves in now to bowl to Shiv, wide outside the leg stump. I thought he would have pulled out his sweep shot once more, but he was hesitant, and that's a wide signal by the umpire. Seemed a bit doubtful on that occasion, maybe deciding if there's any turn, I shouldn't be sweeping against the turn. But it was so wide, he really didn't have anything to worry about. Here he goes once more. Daniel would want to come better than that. Moves in now. That's a better delivery, but stroked pleasantly. The man is coming across. Sliding effort there. Great save. Lovely shot again. Nice movement of the feet. And that's the way we're going to leave you, because we have to cover a sports meet, Mudcross Prep School today. So we leave you from the ET Willet Park.